Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with Techout. And early this morning, about 8 hours ago now, I want to say like 6 a.m., 5 or 6 a.m. My time, Samsung released the One UI 8 beta. So we're going to go over installing that, and we're going to install it here on my Galaxy S25 Ultra. So we have the new method of doing that this year, the new beta section here in the Samsung Members app. So I'm going to switch over to my phone, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of these new things and how to install it. So we're going to go to the Samsung Members app right here, and they said there would be a card up here. I don't see a card up on the top here for the beta. Oh, nope, it's right here. So there's the One UI beta program, and it gives you the information about it right there. But the new area is down here on the bottom where it says beta program. This is the new beta hub, where they have like frequently asked questions and how-to information. We went over this in another video, but how to send like error reports and beta feedback and all that kind of stuff. And we no longer have the banner up at the top here saying that there's no longer or there's not currently a beta available. Now you can see we have the One UI 8 S25 beta, and it says open. So we're going to tap that, and I'm doing all this live right now. So I haven't been through this process yet before. We're going to hit continue, and it does say that the beta test is for T-Mobile and unlocked devices only. So if you're on Verizon or AT&T, that's not going to work. This is an unlocked S25 Ultra. So we're going to tap join, and you can see here it does say we are joined. And now when you go back to that page, you get this spot to do beta feedback, beta community. There's a link here to check for software updates, which will take you over to settings. And as you can see, we do have the One UI 8 beta in here. It is Android 16, of course, with the May security patch, and it is about 3.4 gigabytes. And of course, with the seamless installation, we can download and install the update here before the phone reboots. So we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing real quick. I'm gonna put the phone over there so there's not too much of a glare. So we are downloading the update currently as we speak. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you use Samsung Good Lock modules, Home Up, stuff like that, they usually do not work in the beta. So if you're using those Home Up modules and stuff like that, you know, for your animations or anything, keep in mind you're going to lose access to that functionality for a little bit until the public version comes out. So I really haven't been following too closely on what is going to be new. I know we did have a leaked build for the international devices, the B model devices, but I haven't really looked into that much. Mine is a US unlocked, so I couldn't run it anyway. And I kind of didn't want to, you know, ruin any kind of surprises of what would be new here in One UI 8. It is a small update. I'll just go ahead, I'll say that now. It is a small update. Of course, One UI 7 was the big one. So this isn't going to be a huge, you know, there's no really like UI changes or anything like that. Nothing crazy, but still not a beta nonetheless that we want to see what's new on and run on our device. So if you guys in the comments, anybody running the beta, or do you plan on installing the beta on your device? And it looks like the S25 Edge does not have a beta right now. So the S25 Edge is excluded from the beta program currently. It hasn't had its official launch date yet, though, so maybe once it is officially launched, they will add it to the beta program. But as of right now, the S25 Edge is not eligible for the beta. Yeah, and hopefully with it being a smaller update too, it won't take too long to get the good lock modules back up and running. Will it improve the thermals for the A series? I'm not sure. It's almost done downloading and installing, so we'll just have the verification process. Skip the tutorial. I'll check it out and see what it's got. All right, that was pretty quick. We've only been streaming here for less than 10 minutes and it's already downloaded, verified, and ready to restart. So we'll go ahead and hit restart now and we'll see how long. With the seamless updates, this shouldn't take long to restart because it should just be booting into what it just installed. So and I've got Android 16 on my Pixel right now too. So my SIM card is actually in the S25 Ultra at the moment. I've been using that, so we'll be able to daily drive it for a little bit. All right, so that was a really quick install. I mean, less than 10 minutes from start to finish from when I went to the beta program and actually started the install. So we'll take a look here at the welcome screen that Larry's talking about. I think this happened I think you got this in One UI 7 too. But again, yeah, I didn't pay attention to it. So you can go to the home screen or you can hit start down here and it will walk you through kind of like the stuff you agreed to. Galaxy AI really just tells you like kind of the features that are available. It doesn't really do anything with them. It's just a list of what's there. Shows you how to instantly access your notifications and quick settings. Again, that was something in One UI 7. And then you can see what's new with the Galaxy AI features. We're just going to go home from here. The stuff it was detailing is basically the stuff that was already in One UI 7 anyway. And then you get your little beta message down there saying it's beta software. You might get bugs and unexpected, stuff. So as we can see here, everything looks the same. Let's see if we get a battery health section finally. And we do not. So there is still no battery health or cycle count in One UI 7, or sorry, One UI 8. Nothing of the such, which really sucks because some phones do have that, and for some reason Samsung has not updated or has not added it to the US models. I believe the EU models or like the UK model has it, so I'm not sure why we're not getting it. But everything else, I mean, the settings look basically the same. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to too much about what's new, so unless something jumps out at me, I'm not gonna notice it. Larry, I don't know, maybe some stuff that's new that we can check out, but like I said, it's a pretty small update, so we're not gonna get a lot of features or enhancements or anything like that. We'll check out the good lock modules here too and see what's what. Go to Home Up. See, Home Up's not compatible with this version. You can still use theme park, so if you want to do your custom icon packs or custom like background stuff like that, that is currently still working. I'm just going to actually, for the beta, reset it to the default. But yeah, you can see that the animations are back to the stock animation, so you can't use the custom animations right now until Home Up's working again. Notice that the weather, where you can change color font in the widget. Let's see, settings. Oh yeah, you can. So you can make it okay, so based on like your background, you can change the, well, you can't change the font with the background on, but based on your wallpaper, for some reason, I guess if it's not auto detecting the right color for the wallpaper, you can change it between white and black to make it easier to see with your wallpaper. So that's cool. But yeah, most of the stuff, I mean, it looks like One UI 7 still. There's nothing really too crazy, which we basically knew there wasn't going to be, but let's see. Software information here. As you can see, Android 16, Google Play System Update May 1st, and One UI 8. Check out we have our Android 16 Easter egg here, which I don't think it does anything, but there's your Android 16 Easter egg. Is the camera app the same? Yes, I believe the camera app is the same. I don't see anything new. Have your settings, which are all still the same. You got your video settings, your log settings, all that kind of stuff. But everything looks the same there. So again, not much is new. Let me go see if I can find kind of like a list of what is new. Let's see. There is a new weather app apparently. So you can see the background there is new. Pretty nice looking weather app, but that's what it looks like right there. So the weather app is something that is new. There's new Samsung Internet menus. I don't use Samsung Internet. Uh, Looks like there's some new modes and routines. I saw something about you can do a mode or a routine based on the weather. I don't see that yet. I might need to update. There might need to be an update to like modes and routines, but um, that is supposedly new. Um, let's check the Samsung store here. Yeah, we've got a couple updates here. I know the clock had some new stuff with the alarms, but yeah, I have tempered glass on here. All right, so we do have, it said enhanced group alarms, so I have like a work alarm, so like I can just turn all on one because I like to have multiple alarms set in case I miss one. But I do have the alarm groups. I've been using that since One UI 7. That was a great feature. But yeah, there's really not a lot to check out. I mean, One UI 7, like I said, was our big. How is the fingerprint and touch? It's just fine. I don't have any issues with it. New icons in the gallery app. Oh, on the bottom. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, these down there. Yeah, I mean that's like I don't. Sometimes like I have a hard time remembering like what's changed and stuff because sometimes it's like such a small change that it doesn't. I'm like, oh, is that different or not? I can't tell. But yeah, I mean, there's really. I'll pull up here's the change log. 9 to 5 Google posted. 9 to 5 Google posted some stuff, so we'll take a look at what they found real quick here. We'll start from the top since they have comparison images, but there's some new quick share stuff. I have never used quick share on my S25 Ultra or on like One UI in general. So um, the Files app makes it easier to find downloads. I never really had an issue finding downloads in the Files app to begin with, but okay. It looks like they added probably a downloads section. Updated weather apps. So we used to have this right here where it was kind of like this, that little person, but now it kind of gives you like an actual background and it looks more realistic. For anybody that uses Samsung Internet, like I said, I don't use Samsung Internet. I use Chrome, but Samsung Internet has been updated with a new menu. So instead of it being like a full screen, it looks like that right there. Or maybe these both might be, these are both new. That's just how you add and remove stuff right there. Again, new split screen mode where you can do like a 90-10 split, so you can kind of swipe between the different split apps. New updated reminder app and calendar management. And you can also create and manage your reminders within the calendar app. And then here's some other, little tidbits and stuff like that. You can get mode and routine data from clock, calendar, and Samsung Notes now. So it will integrate with those. And then, like I said, One UI 8 beta is available for the S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra in the US. And currently in the US, it is only available to unlocked and T-Mobile devices. So Verizon, AT&T, other carrier devices will not support the beta right now. But one other thing to note is that the the S25 Edge is not currently on this list. So if you are getting an S25 Edge, you probably won't be able to run the beta for some time. It may come out a little bit later, but we don't really know yet because the S25 Edge has not had its official release yet, as far as shipping hardware to everybody. So we'll have to wait till it gets in everybody's hands to see if they're going to have the beta on the S25 Edge. So, yep, Edge is still in pre-order. So once the Edge is out of pre-order, they might add it to the beta, but we won't really know until the actual launch date. It's too early in the beta for the Edge to ship with One UI 8. So it'll definitely have One UI 7, but we'll see if it gets to be part of the beta or not. Yeah, Selfie Cam does support log video in both normal and pro modes. Let me go back to the software update section. Okay, here's the One UI 8 changelog on the device itself. So basically the same thing that we saw here on 9 to 5 Google. So yeah, it's basically the exact same thing that was on 9 to 5 Google. So yeah, there's not really much to visually take a look at, unfortunately, this year. So I don't really have that much because, you know, it's basically just almost like a 7 point. If we got a One UI 7.1 this year, this probably would have been it. But it was so late in the year that we didn't get a 7.1. I'm pretty sure they just kind of rolled 7.1 into calling it 8, and that's what we have. Are you talking about does the Pixel do log video? I don't think so because I don't have the. Yeah, I don't think so because I don't have the Pixel. I don't have the Pro. I only have the regular one. I don't see a setting for it. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't. It doesn't have a log. Or I don't know if the Pro does or not. I don't remember looking at it when I had my Pro. Yeah, the new routines clock. Um, yes, you can integrate clock, calendar, and notes with routines. I didn't see the option. I didn't see the option when I was just scrolling through routines yet, though, to add anything from any of those new features. I didn't see weather or anything in there either. So I don't know if that has to be updated. I just updated all my Samsung apps in the Samsung store, and it didn't. It didn't have it. It only had an update for the clock. Hmm. 24 Ultra. The 24 Ultra doesn't have the beta yet. The beta is only available for the S25 series, excluding the Edge right now, and it is only on T-Mobile and unlocked devices if you're in the U.S. You get a message to enter secure folder where I have to decrypt. What do you mean? I think I have. Let me see. Do I have secure folder set up? Oh, okay. So I have a secure folder set up, and there is an option now in the setup. So when secure folder is locked, you can make it close all apps, or you can allow them to run in the background still. So if you have apps that you don't want to update while they're closed in secure folder, you can now have them uh, close. They'll automatically be closed and encrypted when secure folder is locked. Apps won't be visible and won't send notifications until you unlock secure folder again. So if you have apps in there, like, I don't know, you put like a chat app or something in your secure folder, it won't actually send you notifications or update while it's closed. Oh, they do have a They did have a. There is another update. I forgot about this. There's another update to Secure Folder that lets you, doesn't let you, it actually makes you now. So, fingerprints for unlocking Secure Folder are registered separately from the ones that are used to unlock your phone. So you can register separate fingerprints. Like if you want your thumbprint to unlock your phone, but your index finger to unlock Secure Folder, you can set that up now. They're separately registered, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so even if a fingerprint unlocks your phone. Oh, did you not? I didn't. I'm registering my fingerprint again. I had a fingerprint registered before. I didn't get any pop-ups. Um, the only thing I got was I got a message at the top saying that fingerprints have to be registered separately from the ones to unlock your phone. But I'm re-registering them now. I don't remember. I think I have. I don't think I have this thumb registered for my phone. Let's see. Nope, I do. It's this finger I don't have registered yet. Yeah, I'm not getting any sort of pop-up or anything. What's the pop-up say? Unless, oh, you know what? Do you have it set up to do you have it set up to lock the background activity? Did you choose the top option? Because it does say, okay, yep, I see what it is. You're using the one where it encrypts the apps when you lock it. So, if it encrypts your apps when you lock it, when you go to open it, you have to decrypt the secure folder. But if you change it to just the regular the unlock, let's see, settings. So if you allow background activity while locked, then that doesn't happen because it doesn't encrypt anything then when you close it. That's what it is. Gallery Lab in 1UI8, there's a new AI zoom. I think this is a new I think this is something new too. Super HDR in the Galaxy Advanced settings. I don't remember seeing that there before. Yeah, so I don't remember that, but again, not too much new. If you guys want a big update, like something that's actually like a lot of changes, you got to check out the Pixel and the Android 16 on there, because it has a ton of changes. At least UI changes, like actual visual changes. But yeah, I love Android 16 on the Pixel. I actually picked up a Pixel 9 just to run it, so it's a great update. I think the Pixel is very quickly catching up to like iPhone. Like this is basically the Android iPhone right here. In terms of hardware, the hardware is almost, you know, pretty similar in terms of, I mean, obviously the camera and stuff's different, but the sides, the way it feels in the hand, is almost very, very similar to an iPhone. Yes, in the Gallery Lab, there's a new AI zoom. I can't find the Gallery Lab. I went into Gallery, but I don't have a lab option. Yeah, I don't see the lab option. Settings and About Gallery, press a few times. Are you talking about here? I go to About Gallery, and then it takes me there. But I don't get anything about enabling labs or anything like that. Yeah, I'm not getting. I tapped here. I tapped the version. Oh wait, here we go. There we go. AI zoom. Okay. So yeah, it looks like that's on by default if you enable the Gallery Labs. That's pretty cool. Enhance image while using pinch zoom for small images. So it looks like it just uses AI to increase the clarity of an image when you zoom in on it in the gallery. So that's cool. Anybody else finding any new features or changes or anything like that that I haven't gone over? Like I said, it's a small update. One UI 7 was the big one for probably a while. I think One UI 8 is kind of we were late on One UI 7. Here's, we're not doing a 7.1. So here is One UI 8-ish, kind of. That's more like One UI 7.1. Audio eraser and video recording, that's not new though. I've used that in One UI 7. Yeah, audio erasers in One UI 7. Unless there's something new about it or different. What do you mean in video recording? Like you can do it as you're recording the video? Where do you see the setting for the in video recording? Yeah, you can do that in One UI 7. That's not a One UI 8 thing. That's what I'm saying. The audio eraser was something built into One UI 7. I have videos on that from months ago. There's a couple of shorts on the channel about it. That generative edit, that's all part of the Galaxy AI stuff that came out in One UI 7. But yeah, it's a really small update, so kind of sucks. We didn't get anything huge this year, but obviously that wasn't going to happen every year. Looks like there's some, let's see, hold on a second. Turn it off, turn it back on. Oh, so you can see this didn't show up before because I enabled Do Not Disturb before I restarted the phone, but Do Not Disturb modes now show up in the now bar. Why I can't, there we go. So you can see you get your morning brief, and then you can actually have Do Not Disturb show on the now bar as well. So that's pretty cool. You can turn it off via the now bar as well by tapping on it and hitting turn off. Nothing new in as far as the now brief. It gave me the same brief, so there's that. But you can see the Do Not Disturb being active in the now bar. I'm just watching a video here too because there's some things that are new. Bottom of the Discover tab for modes and routines. Let me see if I can find that. All right, so we'll go modes and routines, add, if. Wait, am I in the wrong? Oh, Discover right here. Okay. I don't know why that's only showing, because those are like, oh, okay, I see what it is. You can't set a weather for the if. You have to set a weather for the then. Okay, here it is. So I was thinking you could do like a if the temperature is below 70 degrees, then turn my heat on or something like that. You can't, it's not like that. So you have to do like if wake up time, which you can set I guess that sets when you wake up. Then you can do like weather, get snowfall, get precipitation. Okay, so then you can like have it get weather for your current location or whatever. So, okay, now I understand. You can't do, it doesn't work the way I was thinking it did, which kind of sucks because it'd be kind of cool. Like, okay, if the weather forecast is below, 60 degrees, then turn my heat on at my house with my thermostat. Or if it's going to rain, then turn off my sprinkler system if you have that set up in Smart Things or whatever the case may be, something like that. But it doesn't look like it works that way. So you can basically use it as like an if, and then a then is you can get like notes was on here too. I think, yeah, Samsung Notes. So you wake up or your alarm goes off and you want to show a note or create a note or something like that, or show a reminder, then you can do that, but you can't do it the other way around. Somebody said something about AI select. So yeah, they fixed that. There's no more delay in it. So you can also have bigger widgets, so you can take up to 4 rows. I don't think this one supports it, but that's 1, 2, yeah. But you can have up to 4 rows on widget support as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We already did the log video in the front camera. Yes, that works. But other than that, there's really not too many changes. Let's see, camera, front camera, settings. So yep, you can create a log video here with the front camera. Oops, I don't want it to start recording stuff. So yes, that does work. You can create a log video on the front camera. So if anybody is curious about that, that does now work. Any other questions or anything like that? Like I said, not too much new. So probably going to wrap it up here in a second. But if anybody has any questions or anything like that, let me know. It was a really quick install this time. It took less than 10 minutes from the time I started streaming. I went over where you find the beta and stuff like that at the beginning of the stream. So if anybody is curious on how to install the beta, just go back to the very beginning of the stream. It's the first thing we did. It is in the members app. At the very bottom, there is a new beta hub section. You can go ahead and enroll the beta there, and then it will show up as a software update. For anybody wondering, I'll just go back to the members app real quick. So if we go to members, this is where you're going to find everything pertaining to the beta. So it is, once you're in the beta, this moves up to the top. If you're not in the beta, it's down here on the very bottom. But once you're in the beta program section moves up to the top here. There is a card for it that will take you here. It basically tells you to go here, which is here. It takes you there anyway. So there's going to be a little thing up here where it says One UI S25 beta. It'll say open if you're not already enrolled. If you tap that, you can enroll. You can check for software updates here, so you can go to your software update section right from the beta program. So you don't have to go back to settings or anything like that. It's right there. You can leave the beta program, and from what they said before, if you leave the beta program, you can always rejoin the beta program. You're not locked out of it once you leave it this year. So if you need to go back to One UI 7 or something like that, you will have to wipe your device. You will have to erase everything on your device. Keep that in mind. But you can go back to One UI 7, and then you can rejoin the beta program and go back to One UI 8 if you want to. So that is something to keep in mind. If you want to try it out, just make sure you keep a backup of One UI 7 in case things don't work out. Then you can switch back. But One UI 7 is available to the public, And for those who just joined, it is available for the S25 series, and that is going to be T-Mobile and unlocked devices only here in the US. Notifications on the lock screen have a blur effect now. I don't know because I don't have my notifications turned on for the lock screen. I have just the little icons on the top here. I don't use the card style notifications, but I'll take your word for it. They do have a blur effect on the lock screen. And Larry, I just saw your DM on X about entering the secure folder. Yeah, if you make you have yours set to encrypt when you lock it, so every time you lock your secure folder, it encrypts the apps in there, and it turns off notifications for them too. So if you have any apps in there that send notifications, like say you put like Instagram or something in there, or WhatsApp or something like that, it's not going to update in the background, and it's going to completely close and encrypt the app. And then when you open the secure folder again, it's going to ask you to decrypt it every time. So if you want to get rid of that, just turn on allow. I think it was called allow background activity while locked. It's just in the settings on the very top there. You can turn that on. Yep, and then the fingerprint setup. So the One UI 8 secure folder does now have separate biometrics. So the fingers you set up to unlock your phone are separate from the fingers that you unlock secure folder with. So if you only unlock your phone with like your thumb, but you want to unlock secure folder with your index finger only, your thumb won't work even if it's enrolled to unlock your phone, and your index finger won't unlock your phone even if it's enrolled to unlock secure folder. So that's pretty cool that you can separate those out now. That way something used to get into your phone can't get into secure folder if you have sensitive apps in there. It just gives you that extra layer of security. So those are the options there for that. Still no app lock on Samsung devices. You can't lock an individual app. The only way to really lock an app is to put it in secure folder, which kind of sucks. A lot of other devices now have app lock where you can just, okay, if I open Discord, I won't have to authenticate to open Discord just on a per app basis. My Ridge wallet is doing great. I actually took the cash strap off of it because I don't use cash. And it was kind of annoying, but it's really easy to kind of do stuff like that. You can just, you undo the screws and take that off. So you can take that off or add a clip, I think, if you want to. But no, it's holding up great, no issues with it. I was actually using another wallet from ESR right now because it had FiMi on it. So I was reviewing that one for them. But yeah, my Ridge wallet is my go-to. The magnets on it are very strong. So I find if you use a case, like if I used a case with a MagSafe, it's not as strong, but sticking it back to the back of the iPhone directly, no issues with it. And they also do include a plate that you can stick down to a device to add a magnet, or you can add it to a MagSafe device if you want to increase the strength. But it's been a very good wallet. I'm glad I got one. I also bought when I bought the wallet, I bought their pin as well. So if anybody's interested, I do have that. I'll actually put the Ridge wallet. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can put it in the thing here. I got which color did I get? Here it is. It's the matte. No, it's not. That's not it. I wish I got the carbon fiber one. That one's like $120 though. Mine's gunmetal. There we go. I'm putting it in the thing right now. I'll put the pin in there too for anybody that's interested. I have the the gunmetal pin too, which I don't know. I'll just put one of the pins in there. But yeah, that's what I've got. It's in the little, it just pinned, so it should be pinned right now. Yeah, the you can add the let me see, they have an AirTag strap or an AirTag thing that you can put on like an add-on for it. Make sure you get the one that goes on the cash strap though, because they have another one that goes, I think it screws on and you put the AirTag on there. I don't think you can use that with the mag. No, you can. You can take the strap off and use that on there because it goes on the other side. But they've got a couple different options for mounting the AirTag. But yeah, they've got one that screws on. I tagged that. It should pop up right now. That screws on for you to insert an AirTag on. They also have the one that goes on the cash strap if you want to keep the cash strap on. But yeah, check those links out or on the little shopping thing. They do support the channel, so if you're looking to grab one, it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I love the wallet. I had just a regular. I used the Apple Wallet before, and the thing I hated about the Apple Wallet is I could only get 3 things in there. The Ridge Wallet, you can put 1 card in, or you can put 10 cards in, and it adjusts, so it doesn't. Your 1 card doesn't fall out, but your 10 cards aren't hard to get out. So I really like that about it. And it looks. I think the gunmetal looks cool on your lion, huh? You have a lion? Like an animal? I really like the haptics, off topic here. I really like the haptics on the Pixel. Like the typing haptics, the haptics are great on this thing. I wish that the S25 Ultra was that good. Yeah, but I'll keep. I mean, we got some people joining in here. I'll keep going for a little bit on the stream. We can just talk about random things too. So if anybody has any like unrelated questions, we can go over that as well. Now that we got the One UI 8 stuff out of the way. Put beta in there. I had my AirTag on my keys, but it's not on there right now. I need to put it back on. I just use the leather. Yep, Samsung Watch 9 and the Samsung, yep, all that stuff that I saw you mentioned the S26. Yep, all that will be coming out this summer here in the next few months. Or no, sorry, the S26 Ultra is not coming this June. The Samsung event in June or July, whenever it is going to be for the foldables. The S26 isn't coming until like January or February. That's when the S series comes out. The summer unpacked event is for the Z series and the watches usually. But yeah, we're not getting a S26 in June. Oh, I mean, I don't think one is better than the other. The Z is the foldables, and the S is the slab phone. So it just depends on if you want a foldable or a regular phone. I mean, the specs are, other than sometimes the camera on the foldables. I mean, the specs internally are basically the same processor, stuff like that. So that just comes down to what style of phone you want. And then I think the exciting update this year um, is going to be iOS 19. I think that's where we're going to see um, where we're going to see the most updates and changes and stuff like that is going to be in iOS 19 this year. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I'll probably do some videos on One UI 8 just so people can have specific videos to watch and not have to watch a live stream. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I will be going live again. I am going to be off on WWDC day, so I will be live streaming during WWDC, and I will be live streaming installing all the betas, iPad, iPhone, and Apple Watch after the event. I will install the beta on my Mac and go over that, but I won't be, I'll be streaming from my Mac, so I won't be live installing it. But the other betas I will live install. So we'll be able to check those out. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.